Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming and welcome. Welcome to the GQuAT family reunion buzz. Kay Renee, thank you for coming. Rachel, Unbiased LLC. Cheryl Faulkner. Thanks, everybody. Is it hot enough for you? Auntie's sitting here glowing, glistening. Lashes Journey, thank you for coming. Welcome, 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 everyone, everyone, everyone. Boy, I was envying everybody in the warm climates, but guess what? As Mona Sifting Some Soil would say, baby, baby. It got hot this week. I'm dying. I'm dying. It is very hot. Even in Connecticut. Let me check real quick and see what the Weather Channel says. It was like 81 degrees 8 o'clock this morning. It's not usually like that. We have all of these heat alerts. So it's 90 degrees now, but it is so humid. Even like when I'm in Arizona, it's different. It's a different kind of heat. It's dry. You don't sweat. It's like the water just evaporates off of your skin. Hey, G Mama Grows. Thank you for coming. Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD ish. Check. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, what have you guys been doing this afternoon? G Mama Groves gave her first live today. And everybody, I would like to wish G Mama a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to ya. Your present is I won't sing anymore. How was that? How was that? It's also the gift that I'm giving. I've already actually given her gifts. One of my great granddaughters, the youngest one, just turned 18 today. So I will be joining the family chat after I leave here. So, working and lurking. That's what Nikki says. Well, when you're working, you better be lurking. That little AI thing is everywhere. And with all the things going on, I have been looking at the news, the biggest change, the discount stores. Oh my gosh, the prices, the prices, the prices. We talk about Meatless Monday and Raw Thursday. That might be more days of the week than that, the way things are going in the world. I tell you, I tell you. So woo! I turned on my phone. The chat went crazy. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for coming, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Renee, did I say your name? Well, hello to everybody in the chat. If I missed anybody, it's because I can't see, not because I don't care. Hi, Sissy Joanne Stevens. Thank you for coming. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. What grow zone is everybody in? I know everybody does something different, but what grow zones are you guys in? Hi, Psalm 146. Thank you for coming and welcome. You'll be listening in the background, reorganizing the closet. I've been reorganizing stuff today. I took down both hydroponic units. They've been disconnected for a while, but I was using the light and I took them away for cleaning, just organizing and turning my place that I live in into a livable, entertainable space rather than just plants, plants, plants. So Cheryl Faulkner's in Zone 7, Georgia. The Everyday Life. Thank you, Sissy. The Everyday Life of Nikki Ish is 7A. I lived I lived in that zone for so long. I lived in 7B for a long time too. Well, I had property there. I wasn't always there, but the property was. Daddy used to always say, always buy the land, pen. You will, the land's not going anywhere. And it's true. The land in the homestead in North Carolina was purchased in 1982, raw land. I left when a bunch of places came back. K Renee is in 10B. I've lived in 10B as well when I lived in Southern California. G Mama Grows 6A. I think Mike is 6A too. Unbiased 8B. That's a nice little warm zone too. That's warm. And then you guys are talking about, oh, we're getting ready to plant our fall crops. Wah, wah, wah. Psalm is 5A. Black Guns and Gardens. Hi. Thank you for coming and welcome. And congratulations on winning second place in the herb grow off. Well deserved, well deserved. I love your toys, a lot of the toys, and your rocks and the things you're doing in your yard. That's really cool. Maria Graham, thank you for coming. Welcome. And she says, welcome to everyone in the chat. I have so much stuff to show you, and I don't know if you can see her. I'll take her down. Look at Miss Mignon over there. I will give you a up close and personal look at her. She's done. She's done. She's done. Nikki feels like such a bad housewife. The day job, her garden, YouTube business has been keeping her quite busy. You need to hire a cleaner. Oh, guess what? Mine has been on vacation this week. This place is turned sideways. I'm going to have to straighten it up so she won't back out the door when she comes in the morning. The only thing I washed was fruit. I cleaned. I did a little harvesting this week. Maria Graham says she's beautiful. You must be talking about Miss Mignon over there. I'll show her up close because she should have been done a long time ago, but I waited to do a lot of it on screen so that I could show you guys. Speaking of black guns, thank you. I assume everybody's talking about Miss Mignon over there. I Black Guns did a review. If you go over to his channel on the Saker saw, and guess who got one? I have one. I have not finished my video. You get to the dusting in the fall. That's right. Hey, Yankee Sister Homestead. Thank you for coming, sister, and welcome. When the dust bunnies start tackling each other, that's when I worry about it. As long as they're just chasing each other down the hall, it's all right. A funny story. I used to own a house up the street about a half a mile from here. And my mother came one day, and my sister Joanne was in town, and my dad's nurse. So they were all giggling because they said, Mommy left a note for you. Mommy left a note for me where? I lived in an old colonial house, right? And I had an antique mirror at the bottom of the steps and a little table. So they said, well, Mommy left you a message. It's like, where is it? I'm looking all over. It's like right there. She took her finger on the mirror and she put dust me. Only my mother would do something like she would dust me. Joanne Stevens says true story. And then on the table, this little antique table, she did the same thing. And she was cracking up. She was cracking up. Oh well. Oh well, one thing about the Saker saw, oh my goodness. I am vision impaired. My depth perception is off. I love this little saw. I haven't done my final review because I couldn't charge the stupid thing. Nikki says, Mom knows best. I went down the hall to two neighbors. Mind you, everybody in my building's over 62 years old. You know where you charge this thing? You have to take this off and charge it in the bottom. Who knew? So yeah, she's fully charged. Now, I have to get some neighbor, and I know how to work everything. I just didn't get done because because oh, it won't. I don't have the other part on because she didn't get out there. The charger port is on the battery. Exactly. Exactly. So that will get done. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm late to the party, but it won't be over. It won't be over. So, speaking of mail, I have to show you. Oh, before I go to the mail, you guys, I hear you talking about mosquitoes and whatnot. Dust me. Yeah, my mother, she's funny. She has no filters. Beautiful blouse. Thank you. You know why I wore it? Because it was getting late. It's so thin, and I didn't have to put a wife beater on. I didn't have time to put a wife beater on under it, so I just tied it. Okay, girl, stay down, and tucked everybody in, and that's how we're gonna roll this afternoon. It's 90 degrees outside. But I wanted to tell you guys, a lot of you know about patchouli oil. It was actually invented. Hey, Martika, thank you for coming and welcome. It was invented in India, I want to say thousands of years ago. As you know, the silkworms and the kimonos and all of the silk, it was invented to keep the worms from eating the silk, all that raw silk. You behave, girls. Behave now. Behave. So, what it's good for, and it doesn't stop. Nothing's going to stop you from getting bit. The mosquitoes are out there. You are out there. You're on a collision course. But this says to put a couple drops of patchouli oil on your skin, and it will deter mosquitoes a couple hours. It might deter them, but you're still going to get bit. But it smells good. Hi, Rosemary. Thank you for coming and welcome. Welcome everybody to the GQuat family reunion buzz. Hi, Barb Brownlee. Thank you for coming. Thanks everybody who's in the chat. If you are here for the first time or for the replay, thank you for coming, and please give a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, please leave a comment. I'd like to find out what you like so I can give you more of it. So anyway, here's the patchouli oil, and I've been putting a couple drops on my skin. If you only a little bit goes a long way. And by the way, patchouli oil trivia. Mike likes trivia. This is one of the base components in most perfumes and body oils and things like that because it lasts a long time. For that same reason, you don't put a lot of it on. Before I go to my next mail call, I want to talk about something that's serious. When I was cleaning up today, I I saw this magazine from my old alma mater. I went to Howard, and this magazine is about the Howard University swim team, and it's really amazing. Traditionally, historically, black people have not been big swimmers on the big swim teams, but Howard University is making a huge name for itself. When I was at Howard, everybody had to you had to learn how to swim, and they didn't take attendance at Howard University. It used to be this old fire station, and you went up these little narrow steps, like some of the Ferris wheels, the big ones you go up to get to the top, and you run around. You ran barefooted on this. It was kind of like a rubberized, the real Howard U, yeah, back in the day. And you they didn't take attendance until after you came down, took your shower, you're in the cold part, and there's some old fart lady, your name, I'm in the peas all the way down the bottom. And she's like, I wanted to snatch that thing out of her hand and pop her with it. Yankee sister, you never heard of patchouli oil? I'll give you a sample when you're here. But the reason I took this out is while it's summer, those of you who have children, nieces, nephews, If they don't know how to swim, please teach them. Swimming, not street violence or the other things. Most black children in the United States die from drowning. Drowning. Even babies, teach them how to float, how to turn over. One of the things, one of the things I taught my children and grandchildren, they swim like sharks. They really do. My son was a lifeguard at 16. Uncle Roscoe was a lifeguard. Everybody swims, but everybody needs to know how to swim. It's really important. I went to the rheumatologist the other day, and the bad news is that I have to get my other knee replaced. I had a hip and a knee replacement, in the last 2 years. I'm doing really well, but I'm not wrecking my 75th birthday this year. I'm going to my staycation in Arizona for a month, then Christmas. I will wait until the beginning of next year when you guys are starting your herbs and all that stuff, and that's when I'll do it. But the doctor did say, I said, well, I'll go to this like therapy gym. She said, that's not going to help jumping up and down in the water. No, you need to swim. And she said, well, your shoulders have some issues. I said, well, we're not talking about surgery on that. So she said, okay, well, just get a kickboard and just kick a few laps, kick up and down. So guess what came in the mail today? I didn't unpack it, but yes, my purple kickboard. Nikki says, so you never learned how to swim? Oh, well, you know what? You can come over, and I belong to the JCC up the street. Maybe we can have some swim dates. Some swim dates this summer. Oh, after you finish working in your stankin' beautiful garden. Your stankin' beautiful garden. Oh, and my job with the metropolitan folks, I you had to learn how to swim. I'm like a buoy. Uh, um, I have so much meat on me in the back. If I dive in the pool, I pop up like a buoy. You have to hold my feet and pull me down to the bottom. You let go of me, I pop right back up again. Yeah, that would be me. So, you guys, I have a box. It's already open. I'll take this out because I can almost see it with my glasses. But I got a box today from Juicing with Jay and Gina. And what it is a box, this whole big box of Meyer lemons from his lemon tree. Fluffy people float. I can't sink if I wanted to. If I wanted to. I took three of the big ones out because it was hot and I could see them getting like steamy. So I cut them up and put them in the refrigerator. Look how big. Barbara only says I'm hilarious. This is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Maria Graham said she almost drowned twice. I'm so sorry. I wish, I'll tell you what, if you come around us, you'll be swimming. You just hold your breath. And the main thing is not to panic. If anybody finds himself in water, and when you panic, it's because you know it's over your head. Just hold your breath and hold your hands straight up, and you're going to go to the top. When I used to dive off the diving board, like sometimes you, especially at my sister Joanne's house, when you dive, sometimes you go down and you're deeper than you think you are. So when you start swimming, you come up, you're holding your breath, and when you get to where you think the top of the water is, it's not there. You just keep kicking and hold your hands straight up, and you'll pop up. These lemons are huge. They must weigh a pound and a half each. And there's bunches of them. I'm going to zest them and juice them, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do. It's like I want a little pinch of it for this, pinch of it that. I know I'm going to dehydrate some. I dehydrated garlic scapes today. I'm sure the whole building smelled like garlic because I was doing it all night. Those are some nice, oh my goodness, nice lemons. And then um, Juicing with Jay sent me a little thing. It looks like a tincture. Let me see how one of my gifts, mail gifts. Well, the battery must be dead. It's not coming on. Oh no, it is on. I won't turn it towards you because oh wow, this is big. It says that it's for kinks. Yep, my kinky hair. Blessed with kings. And it has the IG, the TikTok, www.blessedwithkinks.com. So look them up, and coming soon, create a healthy environment where the scalp and hair can flourish. So thank you. Thank you very much, Gina. Thank you very much, Jay. I appreciate that. It's very touching, and I didn't know I was getting that. So, Yankee says that they are as big as a grapefruit. They are as big as a grape. Look at my face. It's like half the size of my face. G Mama said she hasn't dived since junior high school. Look at those lemons. These are awesome. I am so excited. So excited. I would save the seeds, grow some, but G Mom said that's good magnifying. Hi, Sassy. Thank you for coming. And welcome. I was looking at something well, I know you were singing. I know you were singing. And it's so nice seeing what lemon curd they will. And I was looking at a recipe, an Italian recipe for limoncello. I don't know if I can do that. I know you guys see all these books here, right? And you know, most of you know that I make homemade wine. I've been making it for over 50 years. But a lot of these are wine making books. This is one of my first ones. One of my first ones. And I'm sure I have a recipe for lemon wine. I have every type. This is actually a recipe book. Mike said he made limoncello. Like you have cookbooks. This book is so old. Sissy, this is the one I made that very first plum wine when we were in Linwood, California. This book is for the ordinary housewife or perhaps her husband. I hope it will be helpful to those who wish to make a few bottles for home consumption or for giving to friends. Friends, we have to share. Yes, we'll share. I should also like to thank those friends who have so kindly let me use their own recipes. And it tells you how to make blackberry cordials, ginger beer, mead, cider. Yes, dandelion coffee, dandelion wine. It was written in England, so limoncello is a type of liqueur. Mike said he just put zest in vodka, squirt of honey, let it sit a month. Delish. It has all the hints on winemaking, but how you feed it. Oh, do I have a 5-gallon fermenter here? Not Nana's grandkids aren't watching. My mom used to say, "Don't shake your head." Hi, Stacy. Thank you. The funny family. Okay, and it has all these conversions. Apple wine, and when I first got this book, because the measurements are in liters and things like that. Something apple wine, apricot, black currant, every type that you can imagine, I have a recipe for. And the ones that I really like the most, I have on big 8.5 by 5 recipe cards. If you guys want any of these recipes, you can make strawberry syrup and or any of those. You can email me, and I will send it to you. But I just don't want to do it on a family sensitive channel. Okay, hello, I bring it. Thanks you for coming. Yeah, I know that lead and Miss Craft and all those. I was making wine when they were born, and good wine, not that naughty, not that headache stuff either. I have all kinds of books. These books are like 50, 60 years old. 50, 60 years old. So yeah, never bored. You'll never be bored hanging out with Nana. So, I wanted to show you guys some show and tell. This is a little notebook. It fell when I was getting something. It's leather, but what I like about it, those of you, oh, this is funny. I have to show you guys something funny. Uh, there's a picture in it. It fell out. Joanne Stevens made this. It's pure leather, and it has a clip. He's not in the chat right now, but David Corey put out a video, and he was talking about Summer Rain. You know that song by Carl Thomas, and then I happened to be looking through this book, and there were a couple photos that didn't get put away, and this this photo fell out. Who was it? Carl Thomas, Auntie Ellen, at a family house party in Harlem for my daughter's 40th birthday. And Carl Thomas sang the special little happy birthday medley. And it just happened. Why does everybody always end up in the kitchen at parties? So we were in the kitchen. I don't even remember taking that photo, but my daughter had it and she sent it to me, and I was just sitting on the coffee table because I was trying to figure out where to put it. I don't have many pictures out, but what I wanted to show you a picture of my daughter. They talk about artificial intelligence, and one of the things I worry about is about people being misidentified. Misidentified. I bring us as cute. And every time my daughter posts something on IG or something, I get these notices of selfies. It's not me. Sassy says, nice picture, Aunt Ellen. But my daughter looks so much like me when I was young. I don't really show her. This is just a picture at the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Can you see my daughter? Look how much we look alike. Maybe I can do them side by side. At that age, people used to get me mixed up or think that she was my sister. No, I'm the mom. I'm the mom. So that's it for notebooks. Let's see what time it is. Boy, time is flying. Where food is, that's in the kitchen. Yeah, yeah. And my family, thank you, Kay Renee. She says beautiful pictures. I never liked taking pictures. I never liked taking pictures. And now that Sassy said twins, my family's beautiful, Mike. Thank you. I never liked taking pictures. But now that I'm old and I look back at my old pictures and I'll say, well, that was a cute picture. Then I wish I had taken more. But life is what it is, right? Thank you, everybody. Yeah, just keep living, just keep living. That's what Daddy used to say. And I want to show you Miss Mignon is Finally finished. And I'm going to put her close because now you see why I put that gold fabric with the purple around the edge, because I was thinking about putting that butterfly pin on her hat, and it just matches. And the back of it, it's all quilted. I just have to put my label on it with my name and the dimensions and everything. And I'm going to hand sew a hand sew hanging sleeve on it, because this will just be for exhibit. It won't be like for the bed or anything. Thank you for coming, Rosemary. Gina, thank you for coming. Your ears must be burning, Gina, because look what I have. Thanks to you and Juicing with Jay. Thank you for listening while cooking dinner. Well done, well done. So here's Miss Mignon. She's all decked out. She has cowrie shells hand sewn around her neck. Her eye bright is in her eyes that Mike wanted me to put in. And this little butterfly pin I have had since I was about 8, 9 years old. I always liked butterflies and dragonflies. Most insects, my sister Joanne will tell you. I used to collect worms and fireflies and caterpillars and everything. Hello, the funny family. That said that Stacy. Thank you. Absolutely gorgeous quilt. So I the hat. Most of these are either African fabrics and batiks, and I did it with a group that is based in Nigeria, Africa, and I have a lot of fabrics taken over. Nikki said hornworms too. I'll leave the hornworms for you guys with chickens. Hello, diversity love, and thank you for coming. And one of the things I want to show you guys on the back, I'll show you a different quilt next week. I hand sewed the binding down on the back because it makes it almost invisible. And for a small quilt like this, it's no problem. But most of my quilts that I show, I do it that way. You see, some of you were here when I sewed it from the front. It's double folded it over, and just tacked it down on the back. Still needs to be pressed. Still needs to be pressed. But a lot of you say, well, I live in the South. It's hot. But guess what? The reason I told you about my quilting group in Africa is because people in India, New Zealand, Australia, places, the Sahara Desert, they still have quilts. They don't always put batting in it, but they make such beautiful accents, just to throw it over your sofa if you don't want to do something else. Or a lot of museums. This is a lost art. This is a lost art. You guys can learn it from old Auntie Nana at no cost. At no cost. I'm willing to share everything that I know just so that I can see this skill not be lost and be passed down generation. Thanks for hitting the like button, everybody. She just came in from glamping. Yankee sister says, that must be way up. I have to get down to the bottom of the chat. I'm like Stacy now. Thank you. Thank you. And I also Drops was in here last week. I'm a staunch supporter of Quilts of Valor. Quilts of Valor, and this is a public service announcement. Quilts of Valor is a national nonprofit organization. It's in all 50 states. Hello, Urban Gardening Chronicles. It's in all 50 states. And any veteran who has an honorable discharge can contact Quilts of Valor in your state and get a free quilt. I think Barb Brownlee said that she'd gotten a quilt out where she lives for her husband. So some of the fabrics. Well, I haven't gotten a lot of donations, but I like for my birthday on Facebook, I asked people not to give me anything, to donate money for Quilts of Valor. That was my charity that I picked for my birthday. Okay, so let's go over to the crafting area. There's always 50 different projects going on over here, and I'll show you some of the fun things. How many of you, before I go over there, a show of hands, how many of you have done some of the rock painting? I was so happy to see so many people painting rocks. Some of the stories were so touching. One person painted rocks and put them in her garden to and she put the names of all the family members who loved gardening who are no longer here so that the rocks they could watch over her garden. I was like, oh, just a little wreck. And just the stories that they were telling me, like Black Guns, Yankee's sister has put hers out there. Yankee's sister has a rock that was painted when for her mom, Miss Ida, when she was in a nursing home, and she still has it. Mike says, "You're still looking for rocks to paint?" Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so let's go over. There are a couple things I want to show you that I'm working on. Okay, girl, stay down. And I just walk slowly, slowly, slowly. Sometimes when I see other people doing this, oh my gosh, they're moving it. I get dizzy. I feel sick. Okay. So I guess you guys see some of my dried fruits, veggies, stuff up there. You don't see that bright light over there anymore. I've taken down my hydroponics to clean them out. And for those of you who are new, Miss Mignon, this is how she started out. I hand drew this picture. It was supposed to be sort of a selfie of me when I was younger. And then I looked at her. I said, no, her face is too much like the face I have now. So I made her face thinner. It's my art, like I'm an artist, like Erica Badu says. I'm an artist, and I'm gonna make my art any way I want to. So I did, and that's how she ended up. So one thing I'm going to show you guys, if you want to craft along with me, for my oh no, they bouncing. Come on, y'all, stop. Still looking for rocks. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to show you. These are some key fobs that I made, one for my great granddaughter. So instead of just making one while I was cutting the strips, I cut enough that I have about four left over. These already have my labels on the back. And speaking of labels, I have a little container. You can buy just labels at the like at the craft store or Joann's, Michael's, whatever. They have some that you can write on yourself. You can iron. You can iron heat and bond on the back of it and make your own. I really prefer for my quilts. I always hand make my labels because I tell the story of the quilt, where I made it, the size, so that if I put it in a quilt show, they will know the dimensions, how much background space they need on it. One thing I wanted to show you guys, I will push the machine back because some of you were doing rock painting, and I happened to find this rock in my garden, and it was such a pretty black rock. And I said, well, this just needs to, I was going to paint a butterfly on it. And I think I have another one, just a butterfly with all white. Maybe I'll do that on the other side. I might still do that. That's an idea. But I wanted to show you, I told you before that you can make little cutouts. Maria Graham had one with a butterfly. This is actually the clock tower at Howard University, my old alma mater. And what I'm going to do, actually, I will take my computer off of this homemade stand that I use just for, whoops, sorry. I use just for when I'm here because I have the metal ones. I have the big ones, but this is just a heavy duty box covered with batting, covered with cloth, and it lifts the computer up. Those of you that I see sitting on your sofa, bending down like for hours in the live, other people's live and talking, doing this, you don't have to do that. You can just lift it up and you can manage it with one hand. Barb Brownlee saying hello to everybody joining the chat. Stacy, the fun family. Thank you. You like the rock? Okay, Kay Renee, say without further ado. So the same way you paint on them, you can just take any little cutout and you can take this is all little projects. These are actually some notebooks. Like Nikki gave me some notes about how to do things in StreamYard, how to do other things. But these two notebooks, I make all my notebooks with pen pockets. These don't have a pen pocket, and I never have a pen to write on. So these are lacking. So as you see, and this is washable. So I'm just going to take just a plain glue stick. You can use Elmer's glue. You can use any type of glue you want. And just glue it. Did I like it the other way better? I think I liked it the other way better. And when it dries, I'll just spray paint it with a sealer. And that's all you have to do. And you can use any type of sealer that you want. Most of my other rocks are outside. So look at this. How cute is that? Let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, Mike, it's exactly like decoupage. I actually have some Mod Podge over there that I can put over it, but I also have a can of some type of spray that I just got online. Nikki says she loves her notebook that I sent her. She uses it often. Thank you. And you put as many pens as you want in it. Having one doesn't work because the pen that I put in it, Nikki, is such a smooth writing pen. It's like everybody takes that pen wherever they're going next, so that they can keep writing with it. But it's a Pilot thick gel pen. So this is all that you do. I still have a couple of little little rocks that I did a couple weeks ago for those of you that are new. I'll hop up 1 minute. And show you, like, some people, when, oh, just a minute. Oh, the top fell off of the glue. And I didn't even know it. This I was going to give to the guy that I get eggs from. Excuse me. He has chickens, and it's just a rock so that they wouldn't get mixed up. I wrote the word egg on it because if a snake or some type of a critter goes to eat the eggs, pop goes the weasel. This is what they get. Yep, that might sound mean, but so is taking my food from starving older. You like the built-in uh, bookmark, Nikki? For those of you, this is what she's talking about. All of my journal covers that I make have a built-in page holder so that you leave it on the page. If Nikki tells me something real quick to write down, I just open it. It's already on the page. My pen is right here and start writing. I didn't have pockets on these. So these journals, and I use different journals for different things. This one, I just liked this pretty red Asian fabric, but she didn't get a pen pocket yet either. This is actually the book that I'm supposed to be writing my computer stuff in, Nikki, the notes that you told me on how to do different things in StreamYard and YouTube. But I'm behind in my notes because my pen wasn't ready. But actually, guess what? Here's something, and I'm gonna do it right now while you're here. Hello, LP. Hello, Tori. I'm doing fine, Nikki. Doing fine. Guess what? I'm going to put a pen pocket on here right now, even as we speak. I don't have any leather or even pleather. Put this over here to dry. And what I do is just take the sleeve out of here. I'm going to sew this on. I think I'll put a little decorative stitch across the top first, just to make it cute. Just to make it cute. So, and this is what you do. And you know, for those of you who say you don't have time, I just keep a lot of little projects, and when I have time, or like we're just sitting here talking, you just do a little bit. When my dog walker used to come and walk the dog after I had some surgeries, I would come over here and I could only sew like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I would just do a little bit every day. So now this is just a piece of fabric. I doubled it, and I think I don't want to cover the whole dragon, so I think I'll put it here. That'll be cute. So I'm just going to put a pin in to hold it. Oh, and for those of you who want to make these journals, now is the time to buy them. Now is the time to buy them. I was in Wally World the other day, just getting a couple little things, and lo and behold, there was a lady in front of me getting things for her son to go away to college. Well, it ended up she bought almost $700 worth of stuff. You know, a little lamp, a little rug, a little this, a little that. There was only one line open, and me with my three things. So they finished putting all this stuff in 2 carts and get it written up, get it scanned to pay for. And she doesn't have her wallet. Oh my gosh. She had to go out to her car and get her wallet to pay for all this stuff. I politely waited, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So Nikki, when you give me more notes, I will have them right in my notebook instead of screen shooting them and leaving them on my phone because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. So this one will just have a little cloth pocket. But guess what? It is what it is. It works. Use what you have. That's what I always say. And this one, I knew I needed a pocket, and I didn't have anything else at the time. And I had this piece of red fabric, so I took a 3x5 card, used that for a pattern. I double stitch back and forth at the top to hold it down. Ta-da! So that's what I'm working on today. Then I take my note. So these composition books, you guys, are like on sale at a lot of stores for 50 cents each. I take and buy like 50 of them at a time, 25 of them. Anyone know of a good place to get cold hardy garlic and onion seeds? Yes, 10. There is a garlic farm right here. I don't know where you live. I don't know if you're looking for hardneck garlic, but there is a garlic farm nearby. The guy only sells hardneck garlic. Hi, Teresa Bailey. How are you doing? From Sweltering Way, Maine. I'm in Sweltering, Connecticut. Sweltering, Connecticut. But you know what's interesting? Yankee Sister lives in Connecticut. She's in 6A. I'm in Connecticut. I'm in 6B. I think the chicken is in 6A. And guess what? Micro Farmer, I don't know how he lucked out. He's in 7B. And Yankee Sister lives not even 15 miles from me. I live not 15 miles from Martika. And we are all in different grow zones. But then there are different microclimates, as you guys know. I'm down, I live in an apartment building now, down beside a mountain, and there are lots of trees. So, check this out, you guys. Ta-da! How cool is that? How cool is that? I bring it every day. Keens in Wisconsin, LP. Okay, so the last thing I'll show you guys. Look how nice this stone is. By Saturday, I will be going live Saturday, 6 p.m. because that gives everybody a chance who can't come in on Thursdays at 4 a chance to come in. So this project over here, this for those of you who are making key fobs, just to show you how I finish them off. This was a 5-inch strip of fabric, and I folded it in half. Then I opened it up and I folded it again. Then I stitched along the edge. I put my little label in, and I put a heavy duty ring, and then it would normally just slide, right? So you don't want it to slide, you want it to be stable. So you just bring it over to your machine and you sew going across. So I have 3 of these, and then guess what? They're finished, and these are the cutest little presents. I gave one to the new property manager the other day. She was so thankful. I know what I was doing. You know, you have to be good to the people that you need to be good to you. So everybody, and then by her being an apartment manager, she has keys to everything. Keys to almost everything. I have keys that nobody has keys to, though. Oh, so I'm not going to stop this. I'm going to backstitch because I have 3 of them. This is called assembly line sewing. So I have 3 of them. Instead of wasting string, I'm just going to put that one next to this one. instead of having a big piece of string that I keep saying string, it's really thread. Right, G Mama? You say one thing when you're busy sewing, but you mean something else. And then I just like go back and forth 3 or 4 times. And these are the nicest key fobs. And one more. So today's Thursday. Miss Shirley, the OG gardener, goes live at 7. You guys meet me over there. Who else? Odoms and Jegs goes live, I think, at 9 o'clock. I'm usually falling asleep with my vitamins melting in my hand by then on the bed. I'm going to move my hand because what I'm doing right now is something nobody should be doing. You shouldn't have your hand that close to the needle. So I will show you this. And I have one more thing to show you, a tool to get, because we will be going the rock painting. You can decoupage it. You can do any image that's already made. You can do anything you want, Psalm. Resilient Dad, thank you so much. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. By the way, I used to have some dogs up in the San Francisco area. I used to breed Cane Corso Italian Mastiffs, and somebody saw a person walking them in the street, and several people just stopped and wanted to know where they got them. That was 25 years ago. But look at these. Aren't these nice little gifts? People love these. Love these, love these, love these. This is one of the rock that I painted. I'll probably give to one of the grandkids. It just says Nana. It just says Nana. So, well, one thing, those of you that saw, we're going to be doing some other things. I want to show you what an embroidery foot looks like. And you put this on your sewing machine instead of the regular presser foot. And what this does, it allows you to move around in circles. You know, when I was doing Miss Mignon, I actually didn't know where this was. So I'd go straight down and sew and then turn it and turn it. I've been sewing forever. Since I was like 5 or 6 years old when I was in the Brownies and Girl Scouts. So I just make do with what I have. And decoupage, yes. I have a decoupage over there. I had it out. I put it away. But you can decoupage or use one of the the sprays, whatever. Pretty butterflies, dragonflies, whatever. And about the embroidery foot, for those of you who don't have one, you can probably get one for like $10, $5. Check your secondhand stores, check Wally World, the others, because it does make it easier to sew curves and circles. I will be working next week. I finished Miss Mignon, and I have these two art quilts that I'm going to machine stitch down. So, like this one, I will be doing a lot of circles. It's a landscape. It's a landscape. But I want to show you guys different methods of it. And this one, I will be hand stitching this. It's a piece of petty point, which is tiny, tiny needle point that I did. And I wrote down, we were going to call them the something ladies. I have it written down over there, but I will be hand quilting this with big stitches. And this will be another one of my little quilts that mini quilts that I show. So, hi, Miss T. Thank you for coming and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cheryl Faulkner. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I have a ball. Some of the things, by me remembering and sharing with you, it helps keep my memory young. It keeps my memory young. And one of the things that I will be doing, hello, Lisby Journey, thank you for coming. One of the things I will be working on soon, I'm going to make a oversized weekender bag or hobo bag. My friend's mother just passed. I'm not smiling at that, but when I taught her mom how to make this bag 20 years ago, her mother couldn't call it a hobo bag. She used to call it a hoe bag and leave it in. But it is what it is. It can be, or it doesn't have to be. It could be whatever you want. But I'll tell you what, you could have your pew pew in it. You could have all your getaway stuff, and whatever you have in it, this bag will not break. I will give you the written instructions on how to do it, and I will give you the materials needed, and we can make one together. So, everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I, an American Sign Language, love you. I love you. If you're listening, Mom, ego amote. I love you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.